Okay, Joe, so apologies for the relatively blistering pace last tutorial. Next 3 minutes, I'll show you more about how I set this up step by step. Like I mentioned, Apple click will create a new state. You can delete them. You can also just control Apple C, Apple V if you want to like copy states, and then same goes for actions too. Like if I want to just duplicate this, Apple C, Apple V, I can duplicate. I can drag it around. Apple D, I think duplicates it down. No, Apple D doesn't work. Okay, so let's just delete those. And I can copy entire states. So if I copy paste that, then it's got the exact same thing here. But you'll notice it's called outfit 1, 2, and here's outfit 1. So here's just some useful shortcuts because Playmaker requires lots of clicking and dragging, and shortcuts are key. So now you'll notice that I've been using the finish transition. These are called transitions. You add them in by either, if you Apple click, it'll create the finish transition. Like here, if I Apple click, it says finish. If I Apple shift click, it deletes. You can also do this lower way, add transition finished, add transition. Here I've got already my transitions created, but your list will be empty. So the way I got these to show up is go ahead and click, without clicking any state in the FSM, click events, and these are transitions. You can add events here. I can say test 1. Oh, ignore that. Don't click that, and just hit enter, and then it will be added to your list here. Now, whenever I right-click on any state, I can add the transition I want, and that's just to keep things organized. You can name them whatever you want, but the key thing is you want to. Let's say I want after 1 second. If there's a certain condition, I want it to actually go to a different one. I want it to go to test. Then I'll do another state here. I'm going to make it flow that way. So one state can have many transitions, and it can transition to different events based on different triggers. So here the trigger is a wait time, but you can make it more complicated. You can say like compare like bools. You can say if it's a certain number. So there's a logic action here. Right here, bool all true, float change, string change. So this is the game logic that'll control, like, when the player. So for this character controller, we'll be using input. We'll say when the player presses the tab key, on key down, go to that state, and this state will make the menu pop up. So that'll be our next tutorial. Stay tuned. I'll shut the door so you don't hear the baby. Thanks. And let me know if you have any questions on this part. This is just part 2.